The movie begins with a couple, Emily and Luke, attending his uncle's fancy wedding party. After greeting people, they quickly go to the bathroom to kiss and spend time together. However, their moment is interrupted when Emily suddenly gets her period, and while she is cleaning herself, she notices a ring fall out of Luke's pocket onto the floor. At that moment, Luke realizes that his surprise has been revealed. He then gets down on one knee and proposes to her, saying she is the only woman he wants to spend his life with. Emily becomes emotional when she hears this and happily says yes, because she loves him just as much. After that, the couple goes home, excited to celebrate their engagement. The next morning, they wake up early with an alarm, feeling excited about their future together. Emily sends a message to her mother to share the happy news. Afterward, they get ready for work, and Emily leaves her engagement ring on the table. Then they go their separate ways and head to their jobs. Soon after, Emily arrives at her office building. While she is in the elevator, Luke also walks in with other coworkers. They greet each other in a normal, casual way and talk about their weekend, pretending they don't live together. Here, we learn that both of them work as hedge fund analysts at the same company. Because the company has a rule against employees dating each other, they have kept their relationship a secret until now. Later, while everyone is busy working, they are suddenly shocked when the current portfolio manager starts smashing computers and yelling angrily. It turns out he has just been fired and cannot handle the situation. Even so, the employees are used to this kind of behavior, so they simply continue working. After some time, while Emily is at her desk, she overhears two analysts talking about who will become the next portfolio manager. One of them says he heard the boss talking and believes Luke is going to be promoted. Emily feels very happy when she hears this and goes to Luke to share the news. Luke is also surprised and excited, finding it hard to believe that he might get the promotion. When they return home, the couple celebrates the possibility of Luke's promotion. Luke jokingly asks Emily if she feels jealous, but she tells him she is truly happy for him. They then agree that once they both reach higher positions in the company, they will finally reveal their relationship to everyone at work. Later that night, around 2 a.m., Emily gets a sudden call from her senior, Rory, who tells her to meet him right away. She tries to say no, but he insists that it is very important. In the next scene, she arrives at a pub and is surprised to see her boss, Campbell, who is the top person at the firm. Emily asks about Rory, but Campbell tells her to sit down instead. He begins asking her questions about her background, education, and how long she has been working at the company. After a short conversation, Campbell praises her work and says she is very talented. He points out that she has played a key role in many important results recently, which puts her ahead of her coworkers. The scene then shows Emily coming back home, where Luke is waiting for her nervously. He asks what Rory said, but she tells him she didn't meet Rory and instead met Campbell. Then she surprises him by saying that Campbell has promoted her to the new portfolio manager. When Luke hears this, he looks upset, but he still congratulates her and says he's happy for her. The next day at work, Rory comes up to Emily and congratulates her on her promotion. He tells her he always believed she would succeed. But after that, Rory starts gossiping about her with another coworker. He suggests that she might have a personal relationship with the boss. They even joke that they should change their gender to get ahead in their careers. Luke hears this and feels upset. When Emily gets home later, she doesn't find Luke there and starts to worry. She calls him, but he doesn't pick up. Feeling concerned, she goes to their usual pub and finds him sitting alone and drinking. When Luke sees her, he acts happy and suggests they celebrate her success. But soon after, he suddenly asks if Campbell did anything inappropriate with her. Emily is shocked and says she would have told him if anything like that had happened. She notices that he seems bitter and promises to help him get the next promotion. But Luke says he doesn't need her help and wants to earn it by himself. Even so, Emily tells him that Campbell is not happy with Rory's performance and that she might be able to help Luke take his place. The next day at work, Emily gives Luke an important analysis task, which could help him prove himself. He stays late at the office and finally finishes the work. When he goes to give her the report, Campbell and another senior manager walk in and invite Emily out for drinks. She tries to talk about Luke's work and how well he did, but Campbell brushes it off. He reminds them that Luke's earlier mistake had cost the company $15 million and tells Emily to check everything carefully instead of fully trusting him. In the next scene, Luke is seen going home alone, clearly upset by what Campbell said. At the same time, Emily is out drinking with her bosses and trying to say good things about Luke. She talks about how smart and hardworking he is, but her bosses don't agree and don't see him as a strong analyst. To her surprise, Campbell reveals that Luke only got the job because of his connections and that they can't fire him without a proper reason. He also says it would be easier if Luke decided to quit on his own. Meanwhile, Luke is at home watching motivational videos to encourage himself. Emily comes home later, and she is clearly drunk. She tries to apologize for what Campbell said earlier, but Luke says it's okay. He adds that maybe it's just tough love and that his boss wants him to improve. After that, Emily, still drunk, tries to get close to him, but Luke refuses and says it's too late. The next morning, Luke wakes up early, exercises, and gets ready for work. Before leaving, he notices that a company car has come to pick up Emily, and this makes him feel annoyed. In the afternoon, Luke is attending a work lecture when he sees Emily laughing happily with Campbell. Later, when he goes to get coffee, Emily comes up to him and tells him she has booked a table at a fancy restaurant for both of them. But Luke refuses, saying he has too much work to do. That evening, Emily is seen sitting alone at the restaurant, eating by herself. When she gets home, she brings dessert for Luke, but he refuses to eat it. Emily then notices that he is listening to a business motivational coach and learns that he has paid $3,000 for a subscription. She jokes about why he would spend so much money, but this annoys Luke. He tells her that she should also listen to the coach and fix her own problems. Luke then talks about how important appearance is and tells her to stop dressing in a revealing way if she wants people to respect her. This really hurts Emily, and she doesn't understand why he would say something like that to her. The next morning, Emily decides to dress more simply and goes to work. During lunch, she asks Luke to finish an analysis, but instead, he suggests investing in a certain stock that he believes will bring big profits. Emily feels unsure at first, but Luke insists they should not miss this chance. In the end, she agrees and buys 300,000 shares before stepping out for a smoke. Later, when Emily comes back to the office, she finds out that Luke's plan has caused another huge loss of $25 million for the company. She gets angry and confronts him, blaming him for making such a risky move without proper research. Luke tries to defend himself by saying that many big companies had invested in it too. Feeling stressed, Emily goes to Campbell and promises that she will fix the situation. But the angry boss gives her a cold response. After this mistake, Emily works very hard to find a way to recover the company's losses. Later, she is sitting alone at a bar when Luke comes to her with another idea. He suggests using insider information he has, saying that a big company is about to collapse. He explains that the stock price will likely crash, making it a good chance to profit by short selling. But Emily no longer trusts him and refuses to follow his idea. That evening, Emily is researching another company and sends a message to Campbell asking if they can talk. When he doesn't reply, she gets frustrated and goes to the living room, where Luke is reading a motivational book. She tries to get close to him and suggests being intimate to relax, but he refuses again, saying he is busy. Even so, Emily keeps trying. Just as they begin to get close, Emily receives a call from Campbell. Luke tells her not to answer it, but she ignores him and quickly picks up the phone. She tells her boss that she has studied another big company that is rumored to go bankrupt the next day. Emily explains that they can use this chance to make money through short selling and recover their losses. At first, Campbell is unsure, but in the end, he trusts her and tells her to go ahead. Meanwhile, Luke keeps saying that her plan will fail again. The next morning, Emily wakes up and turns on the news. She soon realizes that her plan has worked. The deal brings in a large amount of money for the company, helping them recover their earlier losses and even make more profit. Later, when Emily arrives at work, Campbell quickly apologizes for the harsh things he said before. He rewards her with a bonus of $575,000 and praises her for the success. After this, Emily texts Luke and invites him to go out and celebrate that night. But he seems jealous of her success and doesn't reply. Soon after, her bosses come to her and invite her to celebrate with them instead. Since Luke is ignoring her, she decides to go with them. That evening, Emily is at a club with her coworkers and bosses, enjoying herself. A few hours later, she comes home very late and very drunk, which annoys Luke. She happily tells him about her night, but Luke notices the $575,000 check in her bag and feels upset. Later, Emily tries to get close to him, but he refuses again. She jokingly calls him pathetic, which makes Luke very angry. He reacts by insulting her, saying she thinks she's impressive, but actually looks like someone her bosses paid to keep them company. His words hurt Emily deeply. The next day at work, everyone finds out that Rory has been fired, which gives Luke an idea. Later, he goes to Emily and asks her to recommend him to Campbell for the open position. Emily is shocked that he would ask for help without even apologizing for what he said the night before. Luke keeps pushing her, but Emily says Campbell won't listen to her. In the end, she tells Luke that they should not work together anymore and suggests he apply for jobs at other companies. But Luke rudely tells her to quit her job instead and walks away. After that, Luke suddenly walks into Campbell's office while he is on a call and starts praising him, saying he has always admired him. He gives an emotional speech about why he deserves the promotion. He even kneels down and says he is willing to do anything for the job. But at that moment, another man enters the office, and it turns out he has already been hired to replace Rory. Campbell proudly talks about the new employee's achievements and says he was brought in from a rival company. Hearing this, Luke feels extremely embarrassed and quietly leaves in defeat. That evening, Emily comes home and finds Luke drunk and clearly upset. She tries to talk to him about what happened earlier, but he refuses to listen to her. Suddenly, she gets a call from her mother, who tells her that they have planned a surprise engagement party for her and Luke next Friday. Emily says she is not ready for it, but her mother ignores her concerns and says that all their family members have already been invited. At the same time, Luke starts panicking because he can't find his motivational notes. After ending the call, Emily tells him that she might have thrown them away by mistake. This makes Luke very angry, but Emily tells him that those notes are not important and he shouldn't waste time on them. Luke then suddenly accuses her of ruining his career and taking his job. Hearing this, Emily also loses her temper and tells him the truth, that Campbell never planned to promote him and actually wanted to fire him because of his poor performance. This hurts Luke deeply, and he angrily walks out of the house. The next morning, Emily goes to work as usual, but Luke doesn't show up. She tells her coworkers that he is sick. Over the next few days, Emily keeps drinking at night and tries to call him many times, but he never answers. One day, while Emily is in an important meeting, Luke suddenly shows up at the office. He looks drunk, upset, and out of control, which immediately distracts everyone. He walks into the meeting room and creates a big scene. Luke starts insulting Campbell, accusing him of treating people badly just because he runs a successful company. Then he turns on Emily and speaks badly about her in front of everyone. He even reveals that they have been in a secret relationship for 2 years, breaking company rules. Before things get worse, security arrives, and Luke leaves without resisting. After this incident, Emily tries calling him many times to confront him, but he still doesn't answer. When she gets home later, she finds that he isn't there either. To make things worse, that same night is their engagement party. Feeling stressed, Emily calls Luke's brother to ask where he is, only to find out that Luke is already at the party. When Emily arrives at the party, her mother comes up to her and tells her to fix her appearance and look presentable. But Emily ignores her and walks straight to Luke, who is standing at the bar and drinking. She confronts him about what he did earlier, which leads to another big argument in front of everyone. During the fight, Luke loudly accuses her of sleeping with her boss to get the promotion. In response, Emily calls him a loser and hits him on the head with a bottle. She then storms off to the bathroom and Luke follows her. They keep arguing, but suddenly Luke kisses her. Emily kisses him back and they start getting close. But things quickly change. Luke becomes rough and forceful. Emily tells him to stop and says he is hurting her, but he ignores her and assaults her. When it is over, Emily is deeply shaken and quietly leaves, going back home alone. The next morning, Emily sees bruises on her face. She covers them up before going to work. Later, she talks to Campbell and lies, saying that Luke has been stalking her for months. She claims she rejected him many times, never liked him, and that he spread rumors and followed her around. Campbell does not seem very concerned. He says personal problems should not affect work. He tells her that HR will take care of the situation and that Luke will not be able to get a job in any firm after this. Then he tells her to go back to work like normal. That evening, Emily comes home and finds Luke there, packing his bags. He tells her he is moving to another city to start a business with his brother. Emily is surprised that he is talking about his plans instead of apologizing. She shows him the bruises on her body, but he does not take them seriously. When she reminds him of what he did, he brushes it off and says they both lost control. This makes Emily furious. She grabs a kitchen knife and demands that he apologize. Luke keeps denying that he did anything wrong, so Emily cuts his arm. Now scared, Luke finally apologizes. But Emily is not satisfied and forces him to get on his knees and cry. At this point, Luke breaks down and starts crying for real. He says he is nothing and begs her to forgive him. He promises to do anything to fix things and asks for another chance. Emily then kneels down next to him, making him think she has forgiven him. But instead, she calmly tells him that she is done with him, with a slight smile on her face.